It's been a long time since I've taken you down to the Neuse River. This is the really big water that's near our house, probably about 12 minutes from our house. The Neuse River at this point is about 6 to 7 miles wide, and it's really, really beautiful. Lots of boaters. Let me turn the camera around and you can see it better. Look at those paddleboarders. There's one paddleboarder and a canoe. Looks like the fella is on the paddleboard and the lady is in the kayak, I should say. The park down there is Lumac Park in Oriental, North Carolina. Hi everybody. Well, I've done my spinning. I have two bobbins full. And they look really different from each other, don't they? If you look at it, you would think that this one would be bigger, have more yarn on it, and this would have less. But in an effort to try to get my plying balanced, I have been weighing these. I knew how much this one was. It's 103 grams. I've been weighing this one to see if I could get close to that. So that's 103. And so I kept on taking this off and weighing it. Now see, now it says it's 102. This morning it said it was 103. So these actually are almost identical in weight. Now, because the singles that are on there vary in how thick they are, there's no telling if there's really the same length, distance. But closer probably than I've ever been before. So it's time to ply these together. So we're going to do that right now. And this is the fun and creative part, because you do these singles, and then when you ply them together, you never know what you're going to get. What is it going to look like when I put these block colors with these block colors in their order? What is it going to look like? And then, so you ply it, and then you steam it and thwack it and turn it into a skein, and then it looks even more different. And then when you knit it up, it looks totally different again. So every single stage has this new revelation of creativity of what the yarn is going to be in its finished product. So let's go ahead and get this plied and see what we get. All right, we're back at the spinning wheel. I'm going to bend down so you can occasionally see me, but it's really more important to see the wheel. Now I've put my third bobbin on. I have three, so that I'm using all three of them, obviously, for this. This is a magnetic flyer that just pops on there and stays, which is lovely. And I'm going to put one of these little loops for feeding the plied yarn. And then here's my leader. I know I've done this before. Some of you have seen me do this before, but it never hurts to show you again. I'm going to pull my leader through here and then get my little threading hook. Pull the leader through the orifice here. Okay. And then hopefully I won't need that threading hook anymore. Now the two other bobbins, doesn't matter which side they go on, they're going to go down here by my feet. This is called the Lazy Kate. And my Lazy Kate, I have two of the posts are mounted on the bottom of my wheel. And so the singles, when they come off of the Lazy Kate and get plied together, they come off the top. So they kind of twirl off the top of these bobbins, which really isn't ideal because it adds extra twist to your singles. I didn't know. There is a straight pin from my sewing on the floor with my bare feet. Okay, we'll put it over there for now. All right, so I'm going to bring you a little closer and you can watch me ply a little bit. You probably don't need to see all of this. Okie dokie, so I'm going to get my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing and find the end of the single over here, which is a pink one. The problem with trying to coordinate the blocked colors as they come off of the two bobbins and ply them together so as not to get duplicates, like two whites being plied together or something. The problem with that is that the rollags are not all the same weight. I mean, there's just too many inconsistencies. So I'm going to slip one of these through the end of my leader, which is a nice big loop, and knot these two singles together, because once you put them under the tension of the wheel, they tend to want to come off of there. Now, because I spun in to the right, now I'm going to ply both of these together to the left. Oh, I've got a squeak. Let me see if I can get rid of that before I press you with that. Yeah, sometimes you can just move your foot to a different part of the treadle and the squeak will go away. Now, plying with contrasting colors is nice because it gives you the barber pole effect that you see on the plied yarn as it's going in. Tells you easily, quickly, how much twist you have. You can just look at it and tell if it's just the amount of twist you want. That's really helpful. If they were like both a dark blue, you wouldn't be able to tell. This is a very relaxing thing. You don't have to be in a hurry. I think people who start to spin, they're nervous, and so they're panicky. So they've got too much tension, or they're treadling too fast, and they're trying to load their stuff on the bobbin too quickly. And you really don't have to be in a hurry. Now, when you ply, your bobbin fills up twice as fast as it does when you're just spinning a single. Just for a minute, I'll bring you in closer so you can see this. And then we'll be done with this, because I know you've seen me do this before. And you don't even need two hands. I'm pinching with my thumb and my first finger, and I'm keeping my two singles separate with my other fingers. So this is going quite smoothly. Plying can be so fast, and you do have to adjust these little feeder loops onto your bobbin. You have to adjust them pretty frequently. Again, if it's not pulling your plied yarn on as fast as you like, then you increase your tension. If you're not getting as much twist on there as you like fast, then just treadle a little faster. Let me show you how that is. Okay, so if I slow way down, you can see the twist slow down. So if I slow way down, it takes a long time to get my twist. So now let's speed way up. See how fast it is? And then go on in. So if you're in a hurry, and you got to get done with your plying or your spinning, just treadle a little faster. Just be aware that you're putting twist in faster and that you need to release it and feed it in right away. I'm definitely more relaxed when I spin than I used to be. I used to be so nervous. I should mention that when you stop and then you have to start again, it can be a little tricky with your treadling, because you use your treadle to start your spinning again. You see a lot of people reach up and smack their wheel, and my wheel's way down there. So I don't ever really do that. Never do that. I might try to turn my flyer, but you have to be careful with your two treadles because depending on where you are in the rotation, I guess, you might need to press your left one or you might need to press your right one to get it spinning in the correct direction. And you can just do that by feel. If you press one and it doesn't give, it doesn't move forward, then that means you need to press the other one. And sometimes it's just at a wonky spot in the rotation, and you have to be very gentle with it. You don't want to ever force your wheel to do something that it doesn't want to do. If it's giving you resistance, then there's a reason why. Okay, now we've switched to pink and white. All of a sudden it's more difficult to see the twist, isn't it? I'm going to have to watch that closely. Well, the thing is, I could sit here and yap about the spinning process for ages, and I would bore all of you to tears. This is what it's looking like. I like the pink and blue, but I really like the pink and white. It's just looking so cute. Isn't that nice? So this is that first stage of creativity I was talking about. Now we get to see what it looks like just as plied yarn. Well, I've gotten down to the end of one of my bobbins. See, it's all gone. I'm down to the leader. But the other bobbin, look how much it's got left. I've got two colors, a yellow and looks like a gray. I don't even remember a gray. I've got two colors left on there. So I'm going to have to do some of that Indian hand plying thing that I've done before to finish that off. And I don't even remember how I did that. So I'm going to have to go back and watch my own video to try to remember how to do it. So let's get this off of here. But that went just fine. Let me show you well, maybe you can see the bobbin from there. It's pretty full. Look at how full that is. There's just one section that still has some space in it in the back above that blue and white barber pole. Now, if you look at this other end in the front, see that the pure white? That's a spot where I didn't end up with a bicolor ply. I ended up with just one color, the white on white. So, and then there's a little bit of raspberry in the middle, but because my raspberry singles were blended, there's still some variegation in that. But the white was not blended. It was just white, not merino. It was something else, sheep's wool, some type. Maybe a little more scratchy. Not quite as soft. I enjoyed working with it more. All right, so I'm going to shut this off and get to it. Well, I successfully got all of my singles plied onto this bobbin. I had that leftover single at the end, and I found the video that I did, and I'll put a link for it up here in the corner, but the video where I reminded myself how to get your single plied onto your bobbin using a bracelet ply. That was fun to do that again and remind myself how to do it. There's my end. See, I got a little bit of yellow on yellow at the end, not very much. Okay, so now we're going to have to get this off of here and steam it and thwack it and dry it and put it into a skein, and I'll have a little more yarn for my sweater.